I F34, snooped through my boyfriend's M36 phone, got exactly what I deserve. I've been with my boyfriend for 9 months, and I recently felt like our relationship was stuck. I went through his phone and found messages to his ex-wife saying he missed her. When I confronted him, he apologized but said I crossed a line by snooping and now wants to take a break. I'm heartbroken and unsure if this is the end or if there's a way to fix things. My F34 boyfriend, M36, have been together for 9 months. Prior to us getting together, he was married for a few years, but he found out she had been having an affair with someone out of state. We started dating through the separation, and after the divorce had been finalized. Both of us had some trauma we were dealing with, but I thought we could work through it together. More recently, I'd become concerned that our relationship had become stagnant. I had fallen in love with him months ago, but was too scared to say it. But there was no signs of moving forward in the relationship or growing outside of our normal routine. We'd met each other's friends and families, and he had been with me through some pretty tough personal situations. To everyone looking in, we seemed completely in love, but at the rate we were going, I was afraid I'd never hear it. I couldn't understand what was stopping us from moving forward. This past weekend, we were staying at a friend's lake house for a wedding. At one point, he went jet skiing with a friend, and I stayed behind to start getting ready for said wedding. His phone had been blowing up, and unfortunately, my trauma got the best of me, and I snooped. I found exactly what I deserved to find. He was texting his ex-wife. This wasn't just casual conversation. He was sending her things like, "I'm thinking about you," and every time she told him she missed him, he replied with, "I miss you too. I am heartbroken." These were things he said to me. When I confronted him, he apologized. After, of course, trying to deny everything, I decided to make the hour drive back home and skip the wedding. I was upset, and I didn't want to ruin the mood. Today, when I asked him why, he didn't really give me an answer other than he knew what he said to her was wrong. He did, however, tell me that I crossed a line by going through his phone, and he wants to take a break from us for a while. I don't know what to feel. I'm sad that this might be the end, but I'm mad that this has all somehow been turned into all my fault. Don't get me wrong, I shouldn't have gone through his phone. I definitely made a mistake. But now, instead of being in the dark about those two making me look like a fool, I know about it. What should I do? Is this end, or is there a way to salvage this? Please help me. It's been a long time since I've been happy, and I feel like I ruined it again. TLDR, went through my boyfriend's phone, found out he was texting his ex-wife, and now he wants to take a break for a while because he feels I crossed a line. Relevant comments. Commenter, I'm usually in the minority here, but I don't think it was a mistake. If you hadn't looked, then you wouldn't know that he is having an emotional affair with his ex. He deserves the trauma he's walking into. It's time for you to move on. Commenter, make this break permanent. He is mad he got caught and trying to turn it around on you. There is better out there. Story 2. My M35 wife, F35, and mother of 3 is cheating on me, and she thinks I don't know anything. What to do now? I don't even know how to start all of this. I feel like I will faint. I have been married to my wife for 9 years, and together for 11. We are both from Europe, but not from the same country, and currently live in Asia. We have lived in Asia last 10 years, but in this country, we have been living last 8. We have 3 kids, M8, M6, F3. My wife is not working since our first son was born. I have permanent residence in the country where we live, and she and my kids are allowed by the law to stay with me even though they are not citizens and she is not working. Marriage is in my eyes pretty good. We had some fights in these 9 years, but nothing special. I work 5 days per week from 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. She never told me she feels lonely, not loved, or bored. She has her routine. My oldest son goes to school. My younger son is in preschool, and my daughter goes in kindergarten. She drives them every day to school and picks them up after, makes lunch and waits for me. We would go on vacations, trips, holidays, dates every weekend. I have never ever thought she was doing something behind my back. We also have an open phone policy, but I don't remember when I checked her phone before all of this. I don't think I've used it 5 times in my life. This Wednesday, I came in our house and parked the car outside. I don't think she heard me, but I heard her talking with someone about how she misses that person and can't wait to see it this week. I don't know, did she heard me or saw my car, but literally 5 seconds after she said that, she hung up the call. I asked her who was, and she said it was one of her friends who was currently on a trip. To be fair, I didn't suspect it was a P. I know, I am an idiot, but I couldn't imagine that. Also, that friend was really on the trip, which I know, but the things were off. She was trying that day too much. She was always nice and was in a good mood, but that day everything was a little bit too much. I had a really weird feeling, but I said I would wait the next day, and I am probably making things in my head. I came to work on Thursday and was just asking myself, am I paranoid or what? It bothered me why did she ended the call immediately when I was in the house if that was her friend. During the day I called her and asked where is she. She said she was in the house, but I heard noises around her. I seriously thought she was cheating on me. I left work, jumped in the car, and went to my house. It's about 30 minutes drive. When I came, she was not there. I called her again and wanted to ask her again where is she, but didn't want to look suspicious, so I asked her, can she look some things in the house? And while she was on the call, she was saying she is checking those things. I knew then that she was cheating. I came home and she was lovely as always, wanted to go out with me and the kids later. I seriously don't know how I remained calm then, and how I didn't kick her out immediately, and I pretended the rest of the day that I was just tired. Yesterday I told everything to my best friend. He was furious why am I waiting and that I should confront her right away, but I didn't have any evidence. I said I would look at her phone and laptop when she went to sleep. I came home. She behaved well. We even had sex. I think if I stay under the shower 10 months, it will not be enough. I wasn't in the mood, and she asked me if everything was okay, and I said it's just too much stress at work. She hugged me and went to sleep saying everything was okay. During the night, I checked her phone. I don't know, was she that stupid or so sure I won't see messages, but she didn't delete anything. They were hidden, but not deleted. I had about 30 to 40 minutes to look because she woke up. AP is some kid. I mean, technically not kid, but he is younger than me. I would say 23 to 27. I checked his Instagram and he is apparently some fuckboy. He follows 80% girls. Tattoos, jewelry, muscles, and he is white, so he is not a local guy. To be honest, he is attractive. I can't lie. Attractive enough for her to ruin marriage and family. By his name, I would say he is from Europe also, but I am not sure. He seems to be in a lot of cash. I don't know, is he some daddy boy or what, but I can see he has 2 supercars, travels the world, and posts pictures from going to parties weekly. They were physical at least 4 or 5 times. She sent him so many nudes almost all during the morning when she was alone and without kids near her. It seems this is going on for about a month. I have no idea how did they meet. She was going out last month sometimes, as she would say on girls' nights, and I never checked her. Probably then somewhere. She was initiating meetings and conversations almost every time. He either doesn't like her enough or acts like he doesn't care, so I think she feels that and tries a lot. They had sex 2 times during the evening when she told me she was with her friend, and the rest of the time in the morning at his place. When I was in the house 2 days before, she wasn't with him but wanted to be, but he said he was busy and she was already in the city. I said to myself, I will not say anything to her. We woke up today. I wasn't working. She wanted to spend time with me, but I was in my home office most of the day thinking how the fuck can this happen to me. I went tonight out to dinner with my best friend and showed him everything. To be honest, I have no idea what to do right now. I will definitely divorce her. Of course, I will contact the lawyer tomorrow. Now it is late night here, even though it's Sunday. My biggest problem is that we live in a foreign country, on the different continents. I have a feeling if we divorce, she will go back to her country with kids. I can't allow that. The house and both cars are all in my name and paid for by me. We have in the joint account a significant amount. I have my own bank account where I have savings. She doesn't have her own account. I also have 1 house and 1 property in my country that my grandparents gave me during our marriage. It's in my name. Now what to do? I can't stand near her anymore. I want to confront her. Do I confront or talk with a P? Maybe he has GF or wife. Doubt it. Do I kick her out of the house or do I leave? Obviously, if we don't have kids, everything would be easier, but I love my kids more than anything, and I will fight for them staying here. I will also make a DNA test, even though I am pretty sure they are mine, but you never know. Good Lord, I can't believe what I am writing. Anyway, any advice is more than welcome. I only said this to my best friend. I am too embarrassed to say this to anyone else. I plan to confront her today, Sunday. Thank you. Update. My M35 wife, F35, and mother of 3 is cheating on me, and she thinks I don't know anything. What to do? Hi everyone. A lot of you asked me for the update. There are some very good and some not very good news. First of all, I want to clarify some things. I received many messages and comments about this. Me and my wife are both from Europe, not from the same country. We are 11 years together. 9 years married. We met in my country. Then after a year of relationship, I received a job offer in Asia. She went with me, but since we weren't married, she couldn't get a proper visa. She didn't work at that time. She was flying out and flying back in the country, and she was on a tourist visa. About a year after we moved to Asia, we married there. And then a year after she married me, we moved to another country in Asia, where we have lived last 8 years. So 10 years in total in Asia, lived the first 2 in one country where we had a wedding. Last 8 years in the country where we are currently now. A lot of you asked me where exactly AP lives. I'm not sure if AP lives here the whole year or not, but I think he does. It's a huge city, and there are a lot of foreigners here, and his apartment is in a downtown area where there are a lot of foreigners. Also, a lot of you asked me to give her another chance and go on the MC because of kids. I respect your opinions, and everyone is different. Someone can forgive a 10-year affair. Someone can't forgive innocent texting with the unknown man. I don't forgive something like this. I don't know what needs to happen for me to consider R with her. If I was a bad husband, if I didn't take care of her, if our sex life was dead, if she ever told me she was not happy, I would at least understand why she did that. But it is quite the opposite. Sex life 4, 5 times per week. She is always smiling and literally since I know her says she is happy. We always spend time together and she never avoids me or becomes angry at me. So yeah, my answer is no. Only if my kids beg me and suffer so much I might live with her for some time, but I will never ever touch her again. I called the lawyer here today, told him I really wanted to meet him and that I could pay more since it's a Sunday, and I assumed it was his free time. The lawyer was really nice on the phone and we met after lunch. I showed him and explained everything. The news is this: all the assets I have here are completely mine. She doesn't have any rights on that currently. She is on a spousal/family visa here, doesn't work, not a citizen, while I have permanent residency. Since everything has been paid by me and everything is in my name, I am the owner of everything. All the money in the bank is mine. He advised me to take all the money from the joint account and transfer it to another bank account where she doesn't have access. The joint account is in my name, but she has credit, debit cards, and uses them daily for everything for the house, kids, her. So technically, she doesn't have any right on that money. Cars are the same story because they are all in my name and paid for by me with clear evidence that I paid for them. The bad news is about the most important thing: kids. Since I repeat again, she is on a spousal visa. If we divorce, she can't stay here anymore. She needs to find a job or be on a tourist visa. She can't use tourist visas forever, and sooner or later someone at the immigration will stop her and deny her entry. My kids can stay with me on a family visa. Things become very tough right here about divorce. Basically, 4 countries are involved. 2 home countries, the country where we married each other and the country where we are now. If we divorce in Asia, there are big chances I will be the primary custody parent. At worst, we will share the custody. But if we divorce in Europe, I am basically fucked, and most likely I will have to return if I want to be near my kids. He also told me about the idea that I offer her some assets or money to make a deal that the kids stay in Asia with me, but I doubt she would accept that. If I kick her out of the house and the police get involved, I won't have problems, since of course I have proofs I am the father. Even if the police get involved, kids will stay at my house. Passports are on safe and she doesn't know where I hid them. The lawyer told me to do DNA tests for the kids and to not leave the house so my wife could stay with them. I will do DNA tests tomorrow. In the meantime, he will start making everything about the divorce. After we get results from the DNA tests, she will be served. All in all, very tough and complex situation, but I will fight. I talked also with a lawyer from my home country. He told me if my wife somehow took kids from me and went back to Europe while we were still not divorced, I needed to file the report on the police immediately in the country where we live, and more importantly in my home country. Since both of our home countries are in the European Union, laws are very similar. If she does, that police will be at her door very soon, so that's good. I didn't confront her. She was actually mad at me most of the day because I went out to meet the lawyer and I spent time in my home office, and according to her, this is the day for us. I seriously don't know how I contain myself to not tell her anything. She is last 2 days at home. Probably she will wait until tomorrow to call the AP. She behaves well. Before an hour, she apologized to me for her being angry at me today and tried to kiss me. I am trying everything to avoid her as much as possible. I will go in bed when she already sleeps, hopefully. Tomorrow I will do DNA tests for all the kids. The lawyer told me he would call me with all the details for the best options for the divorce. I will ask for some free days at work, and after that, I will confront her and AP. The lawyer told me to record everything he says. Thank you so much for your messages and comments. Your advice helped me a lot. Thank you once again. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you enjoyed our videos, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with our latest ones. Have a great day.